here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields. Here's to everyone who believes in competition.
Work, play, and everything in between. Stay cool with Carhartt from G&L Clothing. High-performance jackets, tees, and shorts. Whatever you do, you'll be more comfortable in Carhartt. Find it all at the Carhartt store inside G&L Clothing.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau's seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Repeat and referral and word of mouth. That's the main ways we receive our customers now, and after being here 10 years, that has just exploded for us. And that's a big area of our business because people like the way they were treated. The customer experience we can provide is second to none, and we're committed to it. And I'm here to make sure that gets done.
Schottenkirk Chevy on the west end of Hickman, Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Repeat and refer.
This morning and this afternoon, we're in morning, I guess, yet here, Andrew. Although the temperature makes it feel already like it's afternoon. 83 degrees, feels like 90 here at Fort Dodge. And we'll have coming up our first game, Waukee, the number 1 seed, going against Cedar Rapids Kennedy here on Diamond 2. And it's going to be warm out there, but these fans and players have been playing in the warmth all summer here, so they're probably used to it by now.
Yeah, it's a good thing. They've been used to it so far, but they really need to stay hydrated today. That's really going to make a difference.
And they'll keep the water and they'll keep hydrated as they get ready to play this match. I'm back in the soccer mode. This softball game here. Waukee beat Dowling 3-1 in their opener on Tuesday to advance here. Cedar Rapids Kennedy, the number 4 seed, beat Johnston 7-4. To move up, and they knock off the defending champ Johnston, and they move here into this matchup. 11 o'clock is when we'll get started here in just a few minutes, and then coming up after that, we'll have Pleasant Valley and Urbandale at 1 o'clock, the number 7 seed against the number 6 seed there, and we'll have all the games throughout the day. Also, we'll have the other field. They get started a half hour later at 11:30. They'll get underway over on Field 1. It'll be Winterset Oskaloosa over there, I believe, on that one. And so you can see all those games here today on CISN.TV. We're just a few minutes away from the starting lineups, and looking at these two teams and all the teams here, when you get down to it, pitching is a big issue here to get into the title game, get into the state tournament here for both these teams, isn't it?
It sure is. And looking at Cedar Rapids Kennedy's squad, you really see that they have depth in pitching. A lot of times you'll see teams that have one dominant pitcher, and that's about it. Maybe one backup, but not quite as good. This is a team that has a lot of depth in pitching. All 4 of their pitchers that have thrown this year have an ERA under 3.
And Jamie Scheck will be on the mound today for Kennedy. And for Waukee, Sarah Schaefer will be out there on the mound for them today. And she comes in with a good background, too. She gave up just 1 earned run in that matchup with Dowling. 2 hits, 3 RBIs so she also can bat, and we see that too here at the high school level. Your pitchers, they're also key offensive players and key players in the field for these teams.
Yeah, that's very true, and it really makes a difference for Waukee today. Their second best hitter average-wise, Delaney Taylor, is their pitcher, and she has the most stolen bases on the team, so she's really a triple threat, so to say.
Well, just about ready for the starting lineups here as the fans are making their way into Fort Dodge. Sit down here. And fortunately, we're in here with a little air conditioning, so we can cool off just a bit here. But just about ready for the starting lineups. And they do the coin flip here to decide who's the home team and who's the visitors. And, some people – you'd rather be the home team and bat last, but when it comes down to it, it doesn't matter. You got to win, you got to score more runs than the other team, and then you got to shut them down on defense to hold them off. So whether you get that last at bat, you do have a little advantage because you know if you got to make a comeback. But either way, you got to score more than the other team and get the outs to advance either way. Yeah, that's very true. I used to have a coach say to me whenever we were the visitor, this means we got to put up the runs first, and if you do that, you can really set the tone. Yeah, it works both ways. If you put up a lot of runs, you get a lead, then, they got to come back, and each one of those outs makes it a little tougher on them. But then teams, too, do sometimes get on a roll where you're the home team, you're batting last, and you come up with those heroics to win, and that can really give you a boost of confidence, can't it? It's very true, but the thing is, especially in a stage like this in the state tournament, if you get an early lead, that really kills the momentum of the other team. While the players are coming out here, we'll have a view from the press box. You'll see a little bit of netting in front of the view there because of the way the setup is here. But Waukee coming out, they'll be in their gold tops, and we'll see Cedar Rapids Kennedy in the green tops here with the white pants as they line up along the foul lines, getting ready for the starting lineups here. As we said, Waukee will be the visitor and the number 1 seed, and Cedar Rapids Kennedy will be the home team coming into this one. We'll run down some of the other matchups for you today over in 1A. Keyhigh takes on Montezuma, and Keyhigh takes on Westwood at 7 tonight in 1A. Sigourney takes on Clarksville at 7:30 in 1A. In 2A, it's Durant taking on Iowa City Regina at 3 o'clock. I-35 taking on Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont at 5 o'clock. Then move into Class 3A. It's Davenport Assumption taking on Center Point Urbana at 3:30. Albia against Mount Vernon at 5:30. Winterset against Oskaloosa at 11:30. Charles City takes on, into 4A. Winterset takes on Oskaloosa 11:30. Charles City takes on Ballard at 1:30. And then here, the 5A, Waukee against Cedar Rapids Kennedy, and Pleasant Valley against Urbandale in the 1 o'clock game. We'll run down the starting lineups for you. For Waukee, the home team, batting first will be the right fielder, Logan Atkinson. Delaney Taylor, the left fielder, will be batting second. Sarah Schaefer, the pitcher, will be batting third. Designated player Morgan Neely will be batting fourth. Molly Platt, the third baseman, batting fifth. Casey Costa, the shortstop, batting sixth. Kelly Fote, the second baseman, batting seventh. Jalen Yakoritz, the catcher, batting eighth. Natalie Wellett, the catcher, batting ninth. Mary Gray, the flex player, will be 10th. Morgan Neely, they're introducing them now here. There's Molly Platty. Casey Costa, the shortstop. Kelly Fote. Yakovitz, the first baseman. And Nettie Willett, the catcher. The flex player is Mary Gray, playing center field. And Carrie Eby is the head coach. And they're going to introduce the Kennedy players here. Betsy Bagby, AJ Pohl, Lindsay Dennis, Addie Parker, Abby Spoor.
Your assistant coaches, Nick LeClaire, Emily James, Tiana Dron, Taylor Sohn.
And your starting lineup now. Batting first, Ashley Hamilton, the shortstop. Batting second baseman, Ashley Witteroth. Kaylin Kinney is the designated player, batting third. Batting fourth, Megan Weber, catching. Batting fifth is Jenna Schwartzoff, playing first base. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Cameron Jeffords. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Sydney Kinney. Batting eighth, center field, Alyssa Martin. Batting ninth, third baseman, Natalie Blank. And flex player pitching, Jamie Scheck. So Madison LeClaire is the head coach for the Cougars.
The umpires for this semifinal contest, as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union.
They're introducing the umpires.
Mr. Roger Menke.
Roger Menke.
At third base, Mr. Kurt Park.
Kurt Park.
And calling the balls and strikes today, Mr. Pat Pasha.
And we're ready to go here.
Be so kind, turn your attention to the middle of the park. Remove your caps. And we'll wait for the playing of our national anthem.
Let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll come back with the start of this softball game right after this.
And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Good sportsmanship. Who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Work, play, and everything in between. Stay cool with Carhartt from G&L Clothing. High-performance jackets, tees, and shorts. Whatever you do, you'll be more comfortable in Carhartt. Find it all at the Carhartt store inside G&L Clothing.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
And word of mouth. That's the main ways we receive our customers now, and after being here 10 years, that has just exploded for us. And that's a big area of our business because people like the way they were treated. The customer experience we can provide is second to none, and we're committed to it, and I'm here to make sure that gets done.
Schottenkirk Chevy on the west end of Hickman, Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Repeat and referral.
And we're just about ready for state tournament softball. Waukee, the 2015 champs, are back here at state looking to add another championship. They come in at 39-3, while Cedar Rapids Kennedy, their first state tournament in softball since 1999. And they are the home team today via a flip of the coin. Again, Andrew, we talk a lot about this. you got a little more veteran team in Waukee here, and they're used to being in the state tournament atmosphere. In Cedar Rapids, Kennedy, though, no pressure on them. They're coming here looking to upset the top seed. So, there's always a little nerves, though, it seems like, when you're starting out.
That's exactly right. But this Cedar Rapids Kennedy team is led by 4 seniors, all of which are going on to play at the collegiate level. And then they also have a freshman, Caitlin Kinney, who is already committed to play softball at Nebraska. She has 13 home runs on the year. She's batting .460, so they have both veteran and young talent on this team. This is no team to bat an eye at.
Out warming up, getting ready. We got here early and getting the diamond ready. It looks good out there as they got it ready, watered it down, got all the chalk lines in and fresh paint lines, and we're just about ready for state tournament softball here in this semifinal in Class 5A. The winner advances on to tomorrow afternoon's championship match, I should say. It's a little different now. They play them all in one day. It'll be at 12:27 right here on this diamond. So we're set to go. The leadoff batter for Waukee, Logan Atkinson, the right fielder.
Right fielder number 4,
And here we go as she gets ready to step in. And Jamie Scheck will deliver the pitch. Swartzoff, Winterround, Hamilton, and Blank around the infield. The outfield from left to right, Sydney Kinney, Alyssa Martin, Cameron Jeffords. In the outfield, Megan Weber behind the plate for Cedar Rapids Kennedy. First pitch is low for ball 1. And that one is popped up, and it'll stay on the infield, fly out to the second baseman for out number 1.
And that's just one of those ones where you just get a little bit under it, and he has all that backspin on it. So that was a hard ball to read for the second baseman there.
And getting that timing down to this pitcher, too, is the key. Delaney Taylor, the left fielder, batting second with 1 out here for the Waukee Warriors. She steps in. Here's Scheck in the line. Strike on the outside corner.
And we talked about this a little bit earlier. The pitcher, Delaney Taylor, 28 stolen bases on the year. That leads this team, and she is hitting .448 on the year.
So she does a little bit of everything. This one toward the second baseman, diving catch, and she's safe. So that'll be a base hit just right there in the gap. And Delaney Taylor is on with the hit.
But credit on that one to Ashley Winterround. What a beautiful diving catch that was. Just didn't quite get her in time. And we know that Delaney Taylor has the speed to beat that out.
She had to stretch out, and it was only going to be maybe one of those where you're still laying there and you could get it out of the glove, but to knock that down. So here's Sarah Schaefer, the pitcher, up with a runner on first. 1 out, strike call on the outside there. The Schaefer. Runner takes a little bit of lead. That one's fouled off, so she's in the hole 0-2 here to start out. One down, runner at first for Waukee.
And Schaefer with the second most RBIs on this Waukee squad, coming in with 54 on the year.
Here's the pitch, runner going high outside, and she'll be in there for a stolen base.
And make that 29 on the year for Delaney Taylor.
Kind of looked like where that pitch was. They might have had an idea she was going to, although with 0-2 count, maybe trying to make her reach at one there as that was outside. So here's the 1-2 count. Hit up high toward the second baseman. And she can't handle it. It drops. And the runner will advance to third. And They're going to score that a base hit. As it got up there, I might have gotten the sun too, out to the second baseman. And the run is number 12 for Waukee.
And that is Grace Klauser.
So runners at the corners here. One out.
Courtesy runner number 12, Grace Klauser, running at first for Schaefer. Now batting the designated player number 19.
Designated player Morgan Neely comes to bat with runners at the corner, one out here in the top of the first inning. 5A semifinal. Check look in. Here's the pitch. This one is driven toward left field. Left fielder going to get under it. That'll be deep enough probably, though, to score the run. And it will be a sacrifice fly at a run scored for Neely.
And make that 64 RBIs on the year for Morgan Neely, leading the team by far.
So it's the second out, and they got a runner into scoring position at second. Molly Platty, the third baseman, up to the plate for Waukee. One down, runner at second. One run in here for Waukee. This one is kind of slapped into the gap. Diving attempt. Did she get it? She did. What a play by Cameron Jeffords to run that one down from right field and end the inning for Waukee on a beautiful play. One run on two hits. No errors and one left on base at the end of one. It's Waukee 1, or end of a half inning, Waukee 1, and Cedar Rapids Kennedy coming up to bat.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history. This is...
It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa. Why do I...
We're back to action here at the bottom of the first inning. Ashley Hamilton, the shortstop, will lead it off for Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Finds himself in the hole, 1-0. There's a strike called as Waukee gets one run on two hits. And this one slapped down to the first baseman off her glove, but she'll get over there, Molly Platty, and step on the bag, and it'll be unassisted out for the first baseman.
Hamilton out at first. Now bring out the second baseman, number 36,
brings up Ashley Windroad, the second baseman.
And she is hitting .459 on the year.
Batting left here, slaps it toward the shortstop through the gap. And it'll be a base hit. There she placed that ball right where she needed to.
Base hit by Windroad. That'll bring up designated player number 44, Kaylin Kinney.
That brings up the designated player, Kaylin Kinney.
And Kinney, a freshman with 13 home runs on the year, batting .460. Already a Nebraska softball commit.
There's the pitch, swing and a miss. And we'll set up the defense for you. It's Sarah Schaefer on the mound for Waukee, Natalie Willett at the plate, Platty at first, Vogt at second, Casey Costa at shortstop, Molly Platty at, Molly Platty's at third, Jalen Yankovitz is at first base. And that's strike number 2 to Kinney.
And great job by Schaefer there, coming in with 2 changeups to start out the at-bat, and then comes with a fastball outside, trying to get her to chase.
And that was fouled off. And a strikeout for Kennedy for out number 2.
And on that one, she just didn't know what to expect. You could see by the short swing on that one, she was just so far behind it.
And that brings up Megan Weber, the catcher, with 1 out, runner at first. That one's outside for ball 1.
And Weber is a co-commit. Last year, she was the Gatorade Player of the Year, and she has 44 RBIs on the year.
So this one driven up high toward the middle of diamond. Second baseman is going to come over and make the play. And that retires the side. 1 hit, no errors. No run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream.
To everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Back here at Fort Dodge, we go to the top of the second inning. Waukee Warriors leading here 1-0, and it'll be Kelly Costa, the second baseman. Or excuse me, Casey Costa, the second baseman, leading it off, the number 6 hitter. Costa, Fote, and Yakovitz batting here for Waukee as they lead. They got 1 run on 2 hits in the first inning, the top of the first. Now we go to the top of the second. And the pitch from Jamie Schreck fouled off. Schreck is fouled back for strike number 1.
And Costa, 349 hitter on the year.
Well, Kennedy, they came out and they got that hit right away and got a runner, and that's what they wanted, just unable to move him around, but still 1-0. I mean, it's early and a lot of softball to play yet here, but that one is low, 1-1 to Costa, Casey Costa.
And at this point, you just got to trust that you're going to score a run. You know that you need to score a run to win anyway, so you can't be too worried about being down 1-0 here in the top of the second.
And strike number 2. 1-2 the count here to the shortstop. Here's the 1-2. Hit back, and that's going to be off the fence, the backstop there, so out of play. A few of the fans out in the outfield bleachers. We get set here with a 1-2 pitch again. And a ball, 2-2.
And that's a real good 1-2 pitch, going low and outside, trying to get her to chase on that one.
Here's the 2-2. High hit right to the shortstop for the out. They're right to Ashley Hamilton for out number 1. for Waukee. They bring up the second baseman, Kelly Fote. And she made the catch there to end the inning. The last inning for Kennedy.
And she is a .372 batter on the year. She leads the team with a .611 on-base percentage.
So Fote steps in. That one is nubbed toward the right side. This will be foul. You got your first and third baseman playing even with the bag, looking for maybe a potential bunt there in the shortstop, and second baseman playing kind of deep. So she starts out 0-1 on the hole there.
And we haven't seen a whole lot of solid contact yet. These pitchers have done a great job changing speeds.
That one just got a piece of that, I think, to go 0-2. So Jamie Scheck ahead in the count here. Working against the number 7 batter, Kelly Fote. Slaps it, looks going to get through the hole there for a base hit. And Fote is on with the hit. Just place that right in there in the gap between the second base and second baseman.
And great job going with where the pitch was pitched there. It was low and outside, and she went with it, went the opposite way, and just got it to squeeze through that hole.
And the number 8 batter, Jalen Yankovitz, the first baseman.
And she is batting .304 on the year.
With the runner at first. And this one is going foul toward the left side. Oh, and a diving attempt by the shortstop. It'll go foul as Ashley Hamilton trying for that one. Natalie Blank was going down the line third base, but she's running straight down, and she would have had to make a wild over-the-shoulder catch, but a better angle for Hamilton. She just couldn't quite stretch out far enough to get that one, and it's 0-1 here to Yankovitz. That pitch is outside for ball 1. 1-1. Infield swing and a miss. I say the infield sneaking in just a little bit on that pitch.
And great job expecting the bunt was the pitcher on that one, so she goes high and inside.
Maybe anticipating the infield as they were trying to sneak in a little bit. First baseman comes in here. This one is swung away. It's going to be lifted high. Oh, and just can't get to it. Third baseman Natalie Blank was run out of room in front of the dugout over there. And so that one falls in foul. And you're right, the timing just early on here, a lot of those just off on those pitches. There again, a case of that. 1-2 count here. Check looks into Megan Weber, her catcher, delivers. This one slapped toward the shortstop. Could be 2. There's 1. And not in time. So they'll go with the fielder's choice.
And winner out could not quite get it out of her glove in time. She took a double clutch on that one, and that costed them the double play.
So Yankovitz gets aboard on the fielder's choice, but Fote is erased at second on the 6-4 play. Brings up Natalie Wellett, the catcher.
And Wellett, a .185 batter on the year.
And slaps it over to the third baseman. She'll glove it and throw it across. The 5-3 put out to end the inning for Waukee. No runs, no hits, no error, or excuse me, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. At the end of 1.5, it's Waukee 1-0. Back with more after this.
Better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history. This
Work, play, and everything in between. Stay cool with Carhartt from G&L Clothing. High-performance jackets, tees, and shorts. Whatever you do, you'll be more comfortable in Carhartt. Find it all at the Carhartt store inside G&L Clothing.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we got it all.
Back here at Fort Dodge, we go to the bottom of the second inning. The Kennedy Cougars trailing by 1 here, but had a good inning in that last inning, shutting off Waukee after they got a runner on. Jenna Schwartzhoff, the first baseman, will lead it off here. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Cougars of Kennedy.
And Schwartzhoff, Clark College commit. She's batting .367 on the year.
And takes the first pitch high for a ball. And the second game will get started here in about 5 minutes over on the other diamond. This one is fouled straight back, and I would have had it if it hadn't gone over the top of the press box. I was right there ready. And it's 1-1.
It's going to be a test to see if the Kennedy Cougars can put up any runs on Sarah Schaefer. She has pitched 150 innings and has a .66 ERA.
And there's a ball, 2-1.
Not to mention she has a 23-0 record.
That one is a low strike to even the count, 2-2. So we saw there that was a hard pitch to hit. On 2-1, she brought it right in there, right at the ankles. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And got her looking on the off speed for a strikeout. We're out number 1.
And so far in this game, Sarah Schaefer has been absolutely phenomenal. Great job changing speeds thus far. She has a very fast fastball.
She pulled the string on that one there, didn't she? Schwarzkopf was about ready to come around and held and ends up getting the called strike. This one is foul off. Cameron Jeffords, the right fielder, takes a swing and a strike.
Jeffords, a .352 batter on the year.
Infield in a little bit here. This one slapped toward over the shortstop, drawn in, and good piece of hitting there as she singles. And Sydney Kinney, the left fielder, now up for the Cougars, the number 7 batter, with a runner at first.
And a .312 batter on the year.
Pitch slaps it toward third. She'll go to second in time. And the double play. 6-4-3. Double play to end the inning. No runs on one hit, no errors, and none left on base at the end of 2 complete. 1-0 Waukee. Back with more after this.
Is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history.
And word of mouth. That's the main ways we receive our customers now, and after being here 10 years, that has just exploded for us. And that's a big area of our business because people like the way they were treated. The customer experience we can provide is second to none, and we're committed to it. And I'm here to make sure that gets done.
Schottenkirk Chevy on the west end of Hickman, Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Repeat and
Back here at Fort Dodge, we go to the top of the third inning. We got our first 1-2-3 inning there, Andrew, and a good piece of defense. Strikeout, then the double. Well, I guess it was a 1-2-3. They got a hit, so you couldn't have a double play if they didn't get a hit. But they got a hit. But they good defense there by Waukee, Waukee is what I wanted to say.
A very good defense there, and really stepping up there and making plays for their pitcher.
Logan Atkinson, the top of the order here, the right fielder to lead it off here in the top of the third for Waukee. She squares to bunt, hits it. The catcher tried to get to it there, Weber, but I don't think she quite did. That'll be one strike. But I know it's hot out, but it seemed like Schaefer, you were talking about it, starting to heat up a little bit there for Waukee on the mound, putting the pitches where she wants them to, and then it helps when you have that defensive play behind you.
And she's really keeping these Cougars hitters guessing.
Here's this pitch to Atkinson, fouls it back again. And that is why we have the net up in front of us here for those kind of things, because we have just glass in front. One of those softballs I would think would do a pretty good job on it. We appreciate you watching in on CISN.TV. The other game will be starting on the other diamond here pretty soon. This one is driven to left field, hanging up there, and the left fielder, Sydney Kinney, will settle under it for the first out. And that'll bring up Delaney Taylor, the left fielder. She got a single her first time up and scored the only run so far in the ball game, I should say, for Waukee. Singled and then was driven in on the sac fly by Morgan Neely. Here's Delaney Taylor. Takes a cut at that one a little bit late. Fouls it off to the right side.
And she used her speed to get into scoring position last time after she got that single, stole second, and then the Sarah Schaefer single moved her over to third before that RBI sac fly.
Well, here's the 0-1 outside for 1-1. And here comes the 1-1 delivery. That one is low, and Taylor holds off it and goes ahead in the count 2-1.
And now you got to put something in the zone, but you can't make it too good because Delaney Taylor is just such a good hitter.
There's one driven towards center field, over the head of the center fielder. It's going to drop. She'll make the turn to go to second, and is in there for a double.
Once again, flashing that speed. Not many players would make it to second on that one.
Well, Allison Martin made a great play after that got over her head, and a great throw to second, but just as you say, that speed got her there, didn't it?
Yeah, and she made a beautiful round around first base, cut the angle perfectly.
And I'll bring up Sarah Schaefer, the pitcher, trying to help her cause. She singled her last time up. So Delaney Taylor with a single now and a double. She's out at second base with one out. She scored the only run so far in the game, and this one is low and inside for ball one.
And with Taylor's speed, a single and a double thus far, she may be working her way to the cycle.
Yeah, and you got to watch it too with her. Any of these balls in the gaps, those outfielders are going to have to get to it quickly. Although, credit to Alyssa Martin out there. She did in center field to that one, but this one is hit high towards center. Martin's going to have to come in. Second baseman comes over and makes the play. There, Ashley Winterroud for out number 2. Fly out to second baseman. Brings up designated player Morgan Neely. She flied out her last time up to left field, but drove in the run for the sacrifice.
And let's see if she can't put one through the infield and score Delaney Taylor with her speed.
This time with 2 outs, he's going to have to get the drop. That one's a strike. She hit that 1 out over to left field, and it was deep enough. to score Taylor. 0-1 pitch. High, holds off it. Jamie Scheck looks in. Delivers. Strike. Call. 1-2. So she's ahead of the batter here. Morgan Neely.
And the umpire behind the plate once again keeping that low strike zone, being consistent.
1-2 pitch. Slapped right to the shortstop as she came over. Looked like for a minute it might get through that gap, but it was kind of angling over toward the shortstop. So no runs on one hit, no errors, and one left on base. At the end of 2.5, 1-0 Waukee. They're hanging on to the lead. Back with the bottom of the third after this.
Is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history.
To everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields. Here's to everyone who believes.
And back to action here for the bottom of the third inning. It'll be the 8-9 and then top of the order. Alyssa Martin steps in, the center fielder for the Cougars.
And hitting a .329 average on the year.
This one is driven up foul. Nice play by the third baseman, Molly Platty, to get the out. Number one. Natalie Blank, the third baseman, steps to the plate for her first at bat.
And a 268 hitter on the year, I should say.
Swing and a miss on the first pitch. 0-1. Waukee scored one run in the top of the first. Squares to bunt, gets it down in front of the plate, hustling down, and she's there. So Natalie Blank bunts the tying run on. And top of the order. Ashley Hamilton, the shortstop, she grounded out to the first baseman her first time up.
And with Sarah Schaefer throwing such a gem thus far, great idea to lay down a bunt, try to get something going.
And she held on that one. She must have got a piece of that because the umpire said it was a dead ball as it got by the catcher there. It's strike one, so that was a break for them because if that gets by, then you got to run down to second for Waukee. That one's low for ball one. So Sarah Schaefer on the mound, Natalie Willett behind the plate, Jalen Yakovitz at first, Kelly Fode at second, Casey Costa at short, Molly Platty at third. This one is fouled off over the third base side.
And it looked like they had a hit and run called on that one as the runner went on the pitch.
And that makes it a 1-2 count. Here the outfield, Delaney Taylor, Mary Gray, Logan Atkinson. This one's down the third baseline. Can't go to second, now can't go to first. That's fair ball, so that'll be an infield hit there on one. And
And it looked like when she fielded that, she was looking for the call from the umpire.
Yeah, I think she thought it was foul.
I think so, too.
And then by the time she looked to second, it was too late to go there, and then she looked to first, and then it was too late to go there. So we've got a swing and a miss there by Ashley Winteroff, the second baseman. She got a single her last time up, so a couple runners on here, runners at first and second, and the Cougars a chance to get back in this one. Here's one driven toward the gap, but on the run, over the left shoulders, the catch by Mary Gray. The outfielder there makes the play in center field. Mary Kate Gray catches that one. If that drops, we got at least a tie ball game, Andrew.
Oh, for sure, and that was a beautiful catch, even better throw. And that shows you why Mary Gray is playing the flex out there. She's not batting, but she really flashed the leather on that one.
Good speed, and so that now 2 outs, runners at first and second. And pitches outside. Kaylin Kinney, the designated player, at the plate. She struck out her last time up in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2.
And if Schaefer keeps throwing this well and this Waukee Warrior defense keeps playing this well, it's going to be hard to score any runs.
Pitch, swing and a miss. So it's 2-1 now.
And Schaefer's just changing speeds almost every other pitch. You just don't know what to expect if you're a Cougar batter.
And that was a rare batter there where she fell behind. She was behind 2-0. Now she's made it 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul off. So now she's back even. So I'm just going to say that was, one of the rare times we've seen her fall behind a batter, but now she's pitched herself back even.
And she really showed her confidence. She's down 2-0, and she pulled the string through a really slow off speed. And that's rare. You really got to trust your stuff to do that.
There's the 2-2, a full count. That's the first full count we've seen here. So full count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. The Cougars trying to push across the tying run here or take the lead. Base hit would probably even it up. This one fouled off to the right side. A screamer over there that hits the fence. It will come back in. So credit Kaylin Kinney hanging in there.
Yeah, she was real late on that one, just got a piece of it.
Here's the pitch again. Swing and a miss, and she strikes her out to end the threat for the Cougars. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 3 complete, 1-0 Waukee, back with the top of the 4th inning right after this on CISN.
Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Here at Fort Dodge for Waukee, they'll go the top of the 4th with the 5, 6, 7 batters in the lineup, leading 1-0. And so far, Andrew, looks like 3 runners stranded on base for the Kennedy Cougars. In that inning, they get 2 on. There with, 1 out? Or 2 outs, I guess, and unable to drive the run across. Molly Platty will lead it off here. She flied out to right her last time up. And takes one low for ball. Platty, the third baseman. And gets under this one. Lifts it high to left. Sydney Kinney is there underneath it for out number 1 for the Cougars. Drove that deep to left. Casey Costa, the shortstop. She flied out to the shortstop her last time up in the second inning. So 0 for 1 here so far today. Costa steps in. This one is hit foul up over the right side for strike 1.
And you really got to credit Jamie Scheck. She's really done a good job rebounding from that run she let up in the first inning.
Veteran realizing, it's the first inning. We got time to come back. The junior, she is, what year is she? There's a strike.
She's an 8th grader.
8th grader, that's right. I knew as soon as I said that wasn't right.
It's very impressive.
0-2.
Being an 8th grader thrown in the state tournament, how about that?
This one is lifted over the right side. That's going to be, nobody can get to that one. So Casey Costa hangs in there, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch outside. Can make her take a look at that. She laid off it. Go to 1-2. This one drove toward the center fielder, and she's right there, draws a bead on it. Alyssa Martin for out number 2. So a sharp ball to the center fielder, but it ends up in being a long out. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Kelly Fote. She grounded out her last time up. She got on and then was put out on the fielder's choice her last time up. So she's 1 for 1. Sorry, Kelly, didn't mean to. Got to read my scorebook scratches here and figure that one out. She was on first and then erased on the fielder's choice. There's ball 1. She held off on that one. So she has a hit. That one's a little low. Ball 2-0.
And now if you're Kelly Fote, you're just sitting dead red on a pitch. You can drive somewhere.
And here it is. That one inside strike. 2-1. 2 outs. Nobody on here for Waukee. Top of the 4th inning. A 1-run lead. Played 1 in the first. This one lifted toward the right side. First baseman comes over. And Swartzoff will retire the side. So 3 flyouts. And so no runs, no hits, no errors, none left on there. At the end of 3.5, Waukee won, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th with Kennedy batting.
Is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Referral and word of mouth. That's the main ways we receive our customers now, and after being here 10 years, that has just exploded for us. And that's a big area of our business because people like the way they were treated. The customer experience we can provide is second to none, and we're committed to it. And I'm here to make sure that gets done.
Schottenkirk Chevy on the west end of Hickman, Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Repeat and
we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters up for the Kennedy Cougars. They're trailing 1-0 here in the Class 5A semifinal, the state softball tournament on CISN.TV. Megan Weber, the catcher, will step in. She flied out to second base her last time up. And she drives this one towards center. On the run, Gray makes another good catch. Going back and away, Mary Gray, that's the second big catch she's made today.
And what a hit that was by Megan Weber. It looked like that had a chance to leave the park.
For a minute it did, yeah. Like it was got enough under it, but Gray went over and got it. Jenna Swartzoff, the first baseman, struck out looking her last time up. Takes a strike there. And Gray playing at flex position in the field, not batting. There's a swing and a miss for strike number 2. And nothing pumps up a pitcher more than you see a great defensive play like that, does it?
No, that's exactly right.
Sarah Schaefer on the mound, delivers the 0-2, swing and a miss, and a strikeout.
And
Schaefer, number 2.
Schaefer is just keeping these hitters guessing. She's changing locations, changing speeds, just doing a phenomenal job thus far. And if there is a solid ball hit, this defense is really stepping up for her.
Cameron Jeffords, the number 6 batter, the right fielder, steps up. She was part of that. Got a hit and then was erased on the double play. She takes strike 1 there, back in the second inning. And she'll step in, batting from the left side. And sneaks it into left field for a hit. So she's got 2 hits on the day.
Base hit by
Jeffords, and that'll bring up Sydney Kinney, the left fielder.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Sydney Kinney.
She hit into that double play last time up. So 0 for 1 today.
And it'd be really big if they could get something going here with 2 outs.
Yep, their 4th base runner. They've left 3 stranded. This one's outside for ball. As Jeffords takes a big lead off of first over there. And here's the pitch. Driven toward the second baseman. The first baseman will come over, though, and glove it for the out. And end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a 1 left on for 4 left on base so far here. After 4 complete, Waukee 1, Kennedy nothing. Back with more after this.
Is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history. This
Competition and good sportsmanship. Who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
And we go to the top of the 5th. Jalen Yakovich is up. Hit into a fielder's choice her last time up. And this one right to a screamer to the second baseman for out number 1.
And second baseman Ashley Winterout has really had a lot of action over there today.
That brings up Natalie Wellett, the catcher. And That steps in with 1 out. Did she hold? No. They said she went around. Strike 1. Gets Willett. 5th inning, Waukee leading 1-0 here. That one's low. They are the higher seed, but by a coin flip, they ended up being the visiting team. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Strike called.
And Shaq is doing a great job changing speeds and locations as well. She's really put on a show today for this Cougars team.
And this one fouled back. And the fan makes the catch over there, holding the umbrella, and they make the catch with the other hand. So good fielding in the stands today. And the umbrella not for the rain, it's to keep the sun off. And that one low on the 2-2 pitch. Driven into the gap over the head of the shortstop for a base hit for Willett.
With a base hit to center fielder, we go to the top of the order.
Now you go to the top of the order. Logan Atkinson. Flied out to second and flied out to left. And got a runner over there.
Looks like
number 6.
Kate Felt.
Kate Felt.
Courtesy runner for Waukee, number 6, Kate Felt, running for Willett at first.
Running for the catcher there and brings up the right fielder Atkinson to the top of the order for Waukee. The runner on, 1 out. Looking to pad the lead here, the 1-0 lead. They played it in the first inning. Squares the bunt, pulls it back. Ball 1.
And you wonder if they were trying to move the runner on that one. Can't quite get a grip on what exactly they were trying to do. I don't know if it was a planned fake bunt.
Here's a 1-0. Driven foul. Almost into the bullpen over there. For strike 1.
And she did it again there. Looks like they're trying to draw in the infield.
Draw in the infield and slap it over the top, maybe.
And she really got a hold of that one.
Logan Atkinson, the right fielder. 1-1 count, 1 out, runner at first. Squares, pulls back. That one gets by the catcher and down to second. Is Willett. I don't know if they'll call that a pass ball or what they'll call that, but either way, you got a runner in scoring position now with a 2-1 count on the batter. That one's outside, 3-1. So hitter's count here. You let her hit away, or you?
Yeah, I'd say with your leadoff hitter, a run in second, and leading the game 1-0 in this situation, I think you got to let her swing away.
3-1 pitch. And that's high and outside. Didn't really have anything to go after there, so a walk. And it'll put runners at the corners with an out. And we'll have a meeting at the mound. Bring up Delaney Taylor, the left fielder. She got a single, stole a base, and then was driven in on a sac fly by Morgan Neely. Sarah Schaefer got a hit to advance her to the third, and then she scored on that sac fly. So key here for Kennedy, you don't want to let it get too far away. It looks like a pitching change maybe, as Kaylin Kinney looks like is going to come in.
New pitcher for the Cougars, number 44, Kaylin Kinney.
Kaylin Kinney, so a freshman will come in. Freshman to come in to replace an 8th grader, so getting a little more experience in there now.
And she has the most innings pitched on the team with 103. She has a 12-3 record. She has 35 runs allowed, 24 of them earned, a 1.63 ERA. She has no hits batsman. She has 16 walks, 116 strikeouts, and a 191 average against.
So Schaefer goes 4 1/3 inning here, and they'll bring in Kinney. And Dawkins gets a little pep talk from the coach, and Kaylin Kinney will step in, inheriting 2 runners with 1 out. And Delaney Taylor, the left fielder, stepping to the plate.
Now batting for Waukee.
And she's been the hot bat so far for the Waukee Warriors.
Yep, single and a double here. And this one hits her. So bases are loaded, and that's not exactly what you want to see out of your pitcher. So bases loaded. Sarah Schaefer.
And I mentioned
pitcher
it.
comes in.
Oh, excuse me, sorry.
Go ahead.
I mentioned it when I was reading off the stats. In 103 innings, she has not hit anybody thus far, and that's her first hit batsman of the year.
Yep. You know, come in a state semifinal. You know,
a lot of pressure.
Hoping to hold them off.
Especially as a freshman.
Well, here's the pitch to Schaefer. That one's low. Her counterpart on the mound now. And here's where Schaefer can be very picky if she wants to be. With the bases loaded, make her throw a few strikes here. Chops it right back to the pitcher. She'll come to home. Over to first for the double play. So that'll go 1, 2, 2, 3 for the out there. So no runs on. Let's see, 1 hit. And 2 left on. At the end of 4 1/2, 1-0 Waukee. We'll take a break and be back with more after this.
Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history. This
Work, play, and everything in between. Stay cool with Carhartt from G&L Clothing. High-performance jackets, tees, and shorts. Whatever you do, you'll be more comfortable in Carhartt. Find it all at the Carhartt store inside G&L Clothing.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we got it all.
Back here at Fort Dodge in a little unconventional double play to the pitcher to the catcher to first base with the bases loaded, and clears the side off for Kennedy. And they come up with Alyssa North, the center fielder, the lead off the bottom of the 5th inning here, still trailing 1-0. So big defensive play there, Andrew, to hold off any more runs to pad the lead for Waukee.
That's exactly right. Could not have had a better situation and an outcome there.
And she squares the bunt on that one and gets a piece of it, so it's 1-1. And Kaylin Kinney came in to pitch and ended up getting the hit right back to her, threw it to the catcher Weber. Weber throws to first, and foul ball there.
And I'd like to mention it was very impressive how calm she stayed. You know, a lot of times when you have a hit right back to the pitcher, you know, you get nervous and sometimes you'll sail it over the catcher's head.
But in a hurry.
She really took her time and made a good throw to the catcher.
And that one's high and outside. And credit Megan Weber, sometimes looking around down that runner going down first base too. But she made a good throw down there, and they got the double play and erased what could have been a big inning for Waukee. This one swung on and gets behind her. Oh, they're going to say that she's out. Didn't get a piece of it, so a strikeout. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Natalie Blank. She got a single last time and was stranded at second.
And she's the one that laid down that bunt last time.
Fouls the first pitch off for an 0-1 count.
And approaching the third time through the order for the Cougars, let's see if they can't get accustomed to this Sarah Schaefer pitching. Sometimes it takes a couple times to get used to a great pitcher.
This one's high, 1-1. Bottom of the 5th inning, Kennedy trailing 1-0. Gave up 1 run in the first. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Once again, pulling that string, keeping these Cougar hitters guessing.
Sarah Schaefer on the mound for the Warriors. This one outside, going to give her one to kind of look at there, and she didn't bite on it. 2-2 pitch coming. This one fouled off. She hangs in there. So far, some keys, some great defensive plays in center field by Mary Kate Gray. A couple good catches that kind of help kill off some rallies here by the Cougars. This one fouled. That's going to be foul down the first base line, so fouls off another one there.
And you mentioned it a couple times, the runners left on base. That's been very key thus far. You know, as of the end of last inning, the Cougars had more hits than the Warriors, but they have not been able to execute in key situations.
2-2 pitch, slapped, foul again. So that's the third pitch fouled off there by Blank. So she's really battling here, trying to get on base and represent the tying run.
Yeah, and see if you can't bring up the top of the order.
This one lobbed in between the infield for a seeing eye single. So credit Blank. She held in there, fouled off 3 pitches on the 1-2 count and gets the single. 88 degrees now. Feels like 100, they say. And brings up the top of the order, Ashley Hamilton. She's grounded out to first and singled in the third. 1-1 here. Would like nothing more than to keep this one-out rally going. There's a strike call.
You know, and sometimes it's the person that you don't expect. Natalie Blank has the lowest average on the team, but she has 2 of the 6 Cougar hits thus far.
And that last time really battled there. This one off the inside of the bat. They'll go to second. High throw. She almost pulled her foot off there, but did they? Or did she? I think she did. Okay.
They're gonna say. I think they're gonna say that she did pull her foot off, and that's a big break for the Cougars here.
Yeah, we'll see what they score that. Yep, they're gonna call that an error.
Second on the throwing error. That'll bring up the second baseman, Ashley Ridgeroad.
Be error. And that one slapped through the hole. And we got the bases loaded all of a sudden here. Ashley Ridgeroad hits it through there, and now Bases loaded, 1 out for the Cougars here. Bring up the designated player, Kelly Kinney. And a visit to the mound. Go ahead.
Just who you want up in this situation. She has 13 home runs on the year. She leads the team with 53 RBIs. And she, like we mentioned earlier, she's a freshman, already committed to Nebraska, so she really has some talent. See if she can't come up big here for the Cougars.
So she struck out twice here, but now's the chance where you say that forget about all that. And the good hitters do. You erase it. Doesn't matter what you did earlier. You come up and you see those potential game-tying and go-ahead runs out there. As Kaylin Kinney struck out twice, she'll come to the plate with the bases loaded, 1 out, and a chance to push across the go-ahead run, or the tying run, and maybe the go-ahead. Here's outside pitch for ball 1.
I think they're going to say that just caught the outside corner.
Did it catch it? Okay.
Didn't look like it did, but.
So strike 1. And that just got a piece of the bat and then off the catcher.
And that was a lucky break because had she have not made contact with that, they would just tag that runner out.
And that might have been why she missed that, as it just caught toward the tail end there. And Natalie Wellett shaken up a little bit with the way that hit. I think off the glove and maybe hit her in the knee.
Yeah, she's shaking out
foot there somewhere. So here's what we got. Bases loaded. Single by strikeout led off the inning. Natalie Blank, number 9 hitter, singled. Then a error and a single. Advanced the runners. And we got bases loaded.
And right now I think Sarah Schaefer is probably going to come with something outside of the zone. If she doesn't get that, I think she pulls the string on one, tries to get her to whiff on this one. It'd be big if she could get a strikeout in this situation.
0-2 pitch, bases loaded, 1 out. Cougars trailing by 1. Here's the pitch, outside.
That's a tough pitch to take.
This one is outside. 2-2.
And Schaefer trusts her stuff enough. She can go outside and she can miss by just a little bit because she knows she can put it in the zone if she needs to.
Swinging right to the shortstop. She'll come home in time for the fielder's choice.
And what a beautiful play on that one by Natalie Wellett. She scooped that one out of the dirt just in time to get the speedy Natalie Blank out at home.
Bases will stay loaded. Ashley Hamilton goes to third. Ashley Winteroth at second, and Kaylin Kinney on the fielder's choice goes down to first, brings up Megan Weber, the catcher, flied out to second, flied out to center field on a great catch out there. And strike 1.
And we've talked about the execution and the runners left on base. You have 3 on here with 2 out. You really need to come up big here if you're Megan Weber.
Weber steps in with an 0-1 count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Swing and a miss, and brought some heat that time. Sarah Schaefer did. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikes out to end the threat. No runs. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on. At the end of 5 complete, Waukee holding on to that 1-0 lead, back with the top of the 6th after this.
Is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa. Why do I?
Back here at Fort Dodge, both teams getting out of bases loaded jams here. And for Waukee, that means they stay on top as we go to the top of the sixth here. Dar Danielson, Andrew Banstra, and let's see, we're Morgan Neely, the number 4 batter, will lead it off for Waukee, the designated player. She's flied out to left and flied out to the shortstop, but a couple big pitching performances by both of these teams here when they got the bases loaded, Andrew.
Yeah, and great defensive plays as well. We've seen back-to-back innings with bases loaded and no runs scored. Excuse me, back-to-back half innings.
Yeah. And, of course, more important for the Cougars because they trailed and they needed one of those runs to get across to tie this up.
They sure
did.
did.
Waukee was looking for some padding, but it ends up still 1-0 Waukee here as they come to the plate, and that one's low for ball 2. So, and, of course, Kennedy brought on Kalen Kinney to get him out of that jam. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Little number foul. 1-2 for Morgan Neely.
You can't say enough about this Waukee defense thus far. They've really stepped up big.
Big plays out in center field by Mary Gray. Kinney, Weber, Schwartzoff, Winterroud, Hamilton, and Blank around the infield for Kennedy. This one foul off. Make it 2-2. The outfield, Sydney Kinney, Alyssa Martin, and Cameron Jeffords. Left to right in the outfield for the Cougars. They're in the green in the outfield there. And 2-2 the count to Morgan Neely. And foul off. Oskaloosa on the other diamond leading 1-0 here in that other matchup. You can also see that on CSN.TV. That one inside low. Takes the count full here. So Morgan Neely working it full. We'll see what happens here.
Only the second full count we've seen today.
And she slaps that one foul. As Waukee hanging on to that 1-0 lead. Number 1 seed, but they're the visitors on the scoreboard via the coin toss. And that one slapped toward the hole. Dive, and can she turn? And not in time. Diving effort by Ashley Hamilton, but not quite enough as credit Morgan Neely. She gets the single there, as that was deep in the hole there. And a runner for her, number 9.
And that's going to be Mary Kate Gray.
Gray will come in to run, and Molly Platty, third baseman. She's flying out to right, flying out to center, or flying out to left, excuse me. So no outs now. Runner on for Waukee.
Number 9, Mary Kate Gray, now running at first base.
They've left 5 on here. And I believe Cougars have left 7 on. So Mary Kate Gray running over there for Neely. Platty steps in, 0-2 on the game so far. Squares to bunt, drops one right down in front of the plate. A beautiful bunt. They'll throw to first and get the out there. but she advances the runner on the sacrifice.
And once again, another beautiful play from the catcher, Willett. She's really done a good job behind the plate defensively.
Or Weber, you mean?
Yeah, excuse me, Weber.
The other catcher.
Yeah.
Well, it's made a few nice plays, too. And
it's going to be Emma Richards.
Okay.
271 batter on the year.
Emma Richards into pinch hit.
Pinch hitter number 8, Emma Richards, batting for Costa.
She'll bat for Casey Costa. This Coach Eby looking to push that insurance run across here in the 6th. And runner goes to third.
Great job by Mary Kate Gray on that one. She got a great secondary lead, and then she reads the ball in the dirt and just goes right away.
So now the tying or the extra insurance run over there at third here in the 6th inning.
You almost wonder if you think about intentionally walking her here to get the runner at first to get a double play situation. Now in softball, you know, there's not quite as good of a chance at getting a double play, but it's got to be in the back of your head.
Yeah, that or you want to just say, buckle down, let's get a straight.
That's exactly
you
right.
know? Yeah. Although that is possible strategy. We'll see what they do here. Maybe not give her anything good and not the intentional walk, but there's one hit toward the shortstop. She'll look, throw to first. Nice play there by Ashley Hamilton.
And I was surprised she didn't go on the hit.
Now, you don't want to get that, not when it's to that side. You want to wait. Usually you wait to go on the throw. Probably Kelly Fote. She's up, hitting a fielder's choice and flied out to the first baseman here. So, Fote. She got a base hit, has raced on the fielder's choice. I keep wanting to take that hit away from you, Kelly. Sorry. She did get that one. This one's low and inside for ball 1. Hard to read my own scratches sometimes in the scorebook, but in a little bit at the corners. This one, a number, gonna go foul.
And let's
1-1.
Let's see if Kinney can't get herself out of one more jam here. Keep this a one-run game heading into the 7th, or excuse me, to the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, because they got 2 bats to the 1 left for Waukee here. If they can get out of this inning clean, you got 2 at bats in to try to get back on top. The way it stands right now. Here's the 1-1. Bunts it. Suicide. She is safe.
And a very bold call there, and it really worked out well. A beautifully placed bunt on that one.
So they're going to call that the fielder's choice. Brings up Jakovitz, the first baseman, with a two-run lead now for Waukee as they push that run across. So Kelly Fote, there is a swing.
Fielder's choice and RBI. Definitely an RBI. Or from third. I don't want to count that. I don't want to count that against her. I don't think you can call it a sacrifice. With 2 outs, you can't call it a sacrifice.
So they're debating that call, whether it was a sacrifice or not. And as the guy said, with 2 outs, you can't really. There's one slapped toward the shortstop. She'll turn and fire. Oh, wide. And everybody will be safe. So they're going to call that a fielder's choice and RBI for Kelly Fote, and that'll be an error there, I believe.
First on the air. Fote moves to third. Bottoming up the catcher, Natalie Willett.
So just the first error on Kennedy and only one on Waukee. And the runners now at the corners with 2 outs.
And it looks like a pinch hitter.
That'll be
Grace Foxon.
Grace Foxon.
357 hitter on the year.
She'll bat for Natalie Wallet. The catcher. Pinch hit. As Coach Eby trying to get as many runs across as she can and able to get that one with give them the 2-0 lead here. Kinney comes in, diving play by the shortstop. Hamilton will end the inning, but not before they get 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and we have 1 left on. So at the end of 5.5, Waukee 2, Kennedy coming up to bat in the bottom of the 6th.
Is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Work, play, and everything in between. Stay cool with Carhartt from G&L Clothing. High-performance jackets, tees, and shorts. Whatever you do, you'll be more comfortable in Carhartt. Find it all at the Carhartt store inside G&L Clothing.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we got it all.
Work, play.
Back in Fort Dodge, Waukee has added a run to their lead as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning, making it 2-0 here. And Kennedy's first baseman, Jenna Schwartzoff, the number 5 batter, will lead it off here. She struck out twice. And there's a strike. And yeah, they're still talking about that strike. It's got to be. They're right. How can you can't sacrifice with 2 outs? Can you? There's a strike called. 0-2. Sarah Schaefer on the mound for. There's called strike 3. Struck out looking for the second time. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 6 strikeouts if I'm right. And there's a. What do you say? Nope. Strike 1 on Cameron Jeffords. This one slapped through the middle. That's going to get through there for a base hit for Jeffords.
And that makes her 3 for 3 on the day.
Yep, 3 singles. Unfortunately, she's been stranded out there on the bases. And that brings up Sydney Kinney, the left fielder, who is 0 for 2. Turn squares. They'll go to first and get the out there of the fielder's choice.
And now you leave that with 2 outs. That puts all the pressure here on Alyssa Martin. Unless they have a pinch hitter. Which it looks like they might due to the coach talking to the umpire.
So
Abby Spoor, a .326 hitter on the year.
Okay, Abby Spoor will come in to hit for Alyssa Martin.
Number 21, Abby Spoor, the pinch hitter from Martin.
She'll pinch hit for Martin. And there's a strike.
Yeah, coming in off the bench, having that real dirty breaking ball. The first pitch you see, that can really mess you up.
Yeah. That just kind of dropped off the edge there, didn't it?
Sure did.
Drop ball. And this one back inside. 1-1. Two outs, a runner at second. Cougars would like to at least get one run in and have the lead here. That one fouled away. Hi to all the Waukee fans and the Kennedy fans watching in today on CISN.TV. Glad to bring you this matchup. 1-2, swing and a miss, and the Cougars will go down swinging here in the bottom of the sixth, so they'll have one at bat left. But first we'll go. No runs, one hit, and no errors, one left on. So we'll go to the top of the seventh after this on CISN.TV.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history. This
It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa. Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust.
We go to the top of the seventh and the top of the order for the Waukee Warriors. They're leading 2-0 over Cedar Rapids Kennedy here in this 5A semifinal. Logan Atkinson. She's flied out and walked. Here, this one is by the first baseman, but the second baseman comes over and makes the play for out number one here.
Yeah, and a fake punt drew the first baseman in on that one. She did a good job staying in her position, holding home, and then getting back to first to cover.
But Ashley Winterroud, the second baseman, read that well over to back her up. Brings up Delaney Taylor, who was, single, doubled, and hit by a pitch. So she's been busy, scored a run. First run of the ball game. That one is a strike on the outside corner. For the Waukee Warriors. They were champions 2 years ago and are looking to get back onto the championship game again. This one is low. And 1-1 pitch from Kaylin Kinney. Slapped toward the second baseman. Gloved again there and handled for out number two. And Ashley Winterroud made both outs here. Sarah Schaefer, the pitcher. She singled, flied out and grounded out. here so far today.
And she grounded into that inning double play.
First pitch is inside for ball. Coming up, we'll have Pleasant Valley against Urbandale. We'll meet the winner of this one. Slapped over the pitcher through the middle for a base hit. For Schaefer. And that'll bring up Morgan Neely. She's 1 for 3.
And Grace Klauser, the courtesy runner over there at first.
And Morgan Neely steps in, the designated player. She batting for Mary Kate Gray, who's playing center field. Takes a good hard smash to third, throw across. And that will end the inning as the Warriors, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. At the end, it's 6.5. We'll go to the 7th with the Cougars needing 2 runs to keep this alive. That's coming up right after this.
Is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history. This
and word of mouth. That's the main ways we receive our customers now, and after being here 10 years, that has just exploded for us. And that's a big area of our business because people like the way they were treated. The customer experience we can provide is second to none, and we're committed to it. And I'm here to make sure that gets done.
Schottenkirk Chevy on the west end of Hickman, Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Repeat and refer.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning in this 5A semifinal. The Kennedy Cougars coming to bat. They'll need 2 runs to keep this alive. And start out with Natty LeBlanc, the third baseman, number 9 batter. Fouls it off. She's got a single, 2 singles so far today. And she really kept things going on that last at bat, fouling off 3 pitches before getting the hit. And they need some base runners and need some runs. Swing and a miss as, let's see, 8. I have unofficially 8 stranded base runners, Andrew, through the first 6 innings.
And the execution has been the big problem here.
Execution and good pitching, too.
Yeah, and great defense.
Yep. Swing and a miss, strikes out. We're out number 1. And it'll be the top of the order, Ashley Hamilton. She grounded out, singled, and reached on an error. This one is slapped into left field for a hit. And now the tying run will come to the plate.
Great job there going with that outside pitch, just lining it over that shortstop's head into left field for a single.
So it'll be Ashley Winterrout, the second baseman, coming up. Try to keep this alive for Kennedy. They need to get Winterrout at least across to keep it tied. She moves in, slaps it up. It's going to get to the shortstop. We're out number 2. Casey Costa with the play. And brings up Kaylin Kinney, the pitcher.
She struggled a little bit at the plate today, but you know, it's not a bad time to turn that around. Forget about everything else that's happened in the day. 13 home runs on the year.
Cougars 1 out away here from ending their season. So Kinney tried to help her own cause. Struck out, reached on a fielder's choice. Struck out twice, reached on a fielder's choice. 0 for 3 so far in the game. Runner takes a big lead over there at first. Gets back. Ball 1. Sarah Schaefer on the mound for Waukee. This one fouled off. 1-1.
And right now you can't be too picky, and it looks like that might have gotten her hand on that one, fouled it off the hand. That can't feel good.
And she's still shaking that right hand a little bit there. One pitch coming. 2 outs. Tying runs at the plate. Swing and a miss. Down to the final strike for the Kennedy Cougars. Come with a heater, or you try to pull the string on it?
I think you make her chase and you come back with the off speed.
Here we go. Outside, got it! A cold strike on the outside corner to end the ball game. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. And 1 left on. 9 runners left on base, so it'll be Waukee 2-0. They advance to the championship matchup tomorrow at 12:27. They'll play the winner of our second game coming up here, Pleasant Valley against Urbandale. That's coming up here just around 1 o'clock. So, again, the final here, Waukee advances 2-0 over Cedar Rapids Kennedy. We'll take a break and be back with the second game here in just a little bit on CISN.TV.
Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
And everything in between. Stay cool with Carhartt from G&L Clothing. High-performance jackets, tees, and shorts. Whatever you do, you'll be more comfortable in Carhartt. Find it all at the Carhartt store inside G&L Clothing.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau's seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
And word of mouth. That's the main ways we receive our customers now. And after being here 10 years, that has just exploded for us. And that's a big area of our business because people like the way they were treated. The customer experience we can provide is second to none. And we're committed to it. And I'm here to make sure that gets done.
Schottenkirk Chevy on the west end of Hickman, Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Repeat.